Welcome back to Real Estate Masters with Tamika Bryant, myself, David Johnston. Today we're hosted at the Negro League Baseball Museum. Our special guest is Mr. Marvin Lightman with the Black Economic Union. Thank you for coming back with us, sir. We appreciate it.
Yes, you're welcome.
So we've been talking a little bit about the development opportunities and everything.
I want to hear about the development opportunities. I mean, I'm speaking from the real estate professional thinking. I know we have a lot of people who watch who are in real estate, developers, investors, and someone said something about millions of dollars. And so people are out there saying, well, how do I get involved? How do I get connected? We know we don't have enough of participation amongst women and everyone, just the other groups. So Please tell us how people can get involved and what opportunities are on the ground.
Sure. So the first thing people could do is to contact us at the Black Economic Union. We have a website, which is beukc.org. Again, that's beukc.org. Or we can be reached at 816-474-1080. With that said, we have a multitude of multifamily housing projects that we want to bring to the market. Again, they are market rate, but they are affordable market rate. So we're inviting co-developers, investors to contact us and to joint venture on some of these projects. We think it's an excellent opportunity considering the money that's coming to 18th and Vine proper. And as we construct these multifamily mixed-use projects, we'll continue to build the urban core, not just the residential component, but also the commercial, retail, special business component as well.
So right now, if I would sum it up, you have opportunities for office space, commercial retail space, restaurants,
nightclubs. We own the Castle, which is one of the biggest attractions in the area as well, even in its dilapidated condition. So we have a unique opportunity to create something special with that particular site. In addition to that, we have roughly 17.5 acres of land in the South Vine area for development.
I have a question.
Sure.
It just popped up because I know somebody asked, is there a hotel coming to this area? Are there plans, or is there room for a hotel to come here?
I believe there's room for a hotel to come here. It would make sense. People love this particular address, and they love the area. We're stone's throw from Truman Medical Center and Children's Mercy. Happen to be on the board of Truman Medical Center, and long-term stays for hospital care are increasing. They're also increasing at Children's Mercy. And so that would make sense if we had a hotel that charged a lesser rate than downtown, where people could stay in the area, whether they were visiting the hospitals or whether their families were just touring the area here.
Awesome. So out of all the projects that you see, because we can't go into all of them,
Gotcha.
What is your favorite?
My favorite is a mixed-use educational component that are construction that we're working on. So part of what we've dubbed this area, or the South Vine area, is a urban technology park.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a great need to bridge that digital divide. And so in Kansas City, truce has been the racial dividing line. But when you start to look at what's happening with the global economy and technology, it's also become a digital dividing line as well. So how do we bring the access to technology, STEAM education to black and minority residents and girls and women and other folks that are not necessarily in those circles? So we're looking for organizations and educational institutions to partner with to make that happen as well.
Okay. Are there also opportunities for builders in this mix?
Absolutely. See, what would make sense to me is if we had contractors, developers, the financiers all working in conjunction to develop something beautiful from the onset versus trying to figure those parts out down the road. I think if we all sit at the table, we can come up with something that's agreeable, and at the end of the day, it includes everyone. And it makes Kansas City look great.
Marvin, if somebody wanted to get into contact with you, how would they go about doing so?
They could contact us at 816-474-1080. 474-1080. That's 474-1080. Or they can reach me at Marvin, Marvin, at beukc.org.
Very good.
And so, since I'm a huge advocate for nonprofit organizations and service and giving back to communities, we always have people who will contact me and ask me, are there service types of opportunities down on 18th and Vine? Because everyone knows 18th and Vine as the music district. You go out, you have a good time, but they don't necessarily know what it all takes to keep all of this going from the nonprofit side of the business. So are there specific things you may need for your nonprofit for our viewers?
Sure. So currently we need an event planner, particularly for the Black Economic Union. It would also help if we had additional marketing personnel. We don't have the largest staff. The staff that we have is pretty technical when it comes to the development exercises that we have to perform. But as far as some of those other ancillary components, we could definitely use help. The Negro Leagues is a not-for-profit, along with the Jazz Museum, Kansas City Friends of Alvin Ailey. So all of our partners could use additional help. And we put on a lot of great events, including First Fridays on the Vine. And so we always welcome additional support.
Okay. Well, I will sure be in contact with you guys about volunteer opportunities because, of course, me and all of my great colleagues of realtors and loan officers and things like that would love to get more involved with you. So, again, we thank you for coming back and joining us and, of course, being on location with us at the Negro Leagues Museum. And so hopefully we'll be back on location with you when some of these projects are coming out of the ground.
Absolutely.
And so we can make sure our viewer membership sees what has happened and what's being spent with the bond money, so as David says, some of those haters can kind of get on board and see that there's actually
We need to
stuff
get
happening.
everybody on.
Yeah, everyone's got to get on board.
Yes.
So again, thank you so much. Thank you. You've been watching Real Estate Masters with Tamika Bryant and David Johnston on TV25. See you next time. We'll have to cut that part out.